Trapmore gang, I've got some crazy information about David and the women in his life that I'm going to show you in this video. Now, there's been a lot of talk about a potential female accomplice being very close to being arrested for not testifying in front of the grand jury. I also covered one of David's close friends, Asia, seemingly fleeing the country and popping up in Oslo, Norway in a recent video. I'm not saying we know exactly who might have been that person that the police are saying are being uncooperative, but what I'm about to show you in this video is some very creepy, deleted and hidden messages, allegedly, in my opinion, potentially could be David sending secret messages to Celeste and Asia about everything that was going on. And if some of this stuff that I'm going to show you in this video is true, there's going to be a couple people that are going to be overly cooked. But let's get into it, because a lot of this relates to the secret Instagram page, Extra David, which I showed you very recently. Now, as previously discussed in my previous video about David snitching on himself in these posts, okay, I broke it down to you that there's been a lot of questions about this image, this creepy image of a beach, and this clip of smoking deaths this year, which we discussed in a previous video. Now, the date on this is very suspicious. I don't even see that. It says January the 2nd. And there's a lot of reports that this is the date. This is the last date that Celeste was actually seen alive. There's been theories that perhaps this is the date or around this date that she actually lost her life. And there's just some very, very creepy things related to this picture, okay? This says death from smoking. Very twisted. Now, this beach that's pictured in this image, as depicted, this is the same beach that's used in the album cover for this Withered project, okay? Or the Withered Deluxe, Marcescence. This was originally intended to be coming out on September the 19th, and it had all these people featuring on it that definitely won't want to be associated with it now. But there's a couple of things in this that I missed previously and a lot of other people missed previously. And if you ask me, it looks bad. This is bad, just like the thumbnails be saying, okay? I don't know if you're ready for what I'm about to show you, okay? If you zoom in on both of these pictures, you start to notice something very strange. Now, can you notice anything about this image? Can you notice anything about this image? Okay, it looks, according to some people, let me zoom in, hang on, let me get my little magnifying glass attachment. Now here, if you notice exactly where my cursor is here, people are saying that it looks like this arm is severed. It looks like there's a cut out of this arm, all right? That's not how the arm should be attached to the body. Some people think this is a hidden message. So not only is this woman, this looks like a girl to me, it's a skirt, looking like the arm's a little bit severed. Then you look at the other person on the right. That's looking like a stump. That's looking like a severed arm too. Now, there were reports that the body was cut up. There's been all these conflicting reports. People are trying to deny it. People are claiming it. It's really still very unclear whether or not the body was chopped up. But I personally think that Celeste's body was, unfortunately, and I'm not trying to belittle or make light of this situation, but I do think that the body had been cut up, and I do think that I do think that there's hidden messages in David's music, in my opinion, in his music, his artwork, his cover arts that hint towards things that were going on with her, and I do think this could potentially be another one. And I think this beach and the day that this picture was, this is the exact same picture from the Instagram, okay? And he's superimposed these drawings on top of them. I don't think it's a coincidence that two of these characters look like they have severed arms. I'll just keep it very real, okay? Keep it very real. And it's we're seeing sort of arms in a ways that maybe this is looking like a stump. There's a lot of imagery, and you can say that it's a reach, but there's been a lot of imagery in his work over the years that there's when we're looking back on it now, white roses with bloodstains on them, etc., that don't be looking too good. Now, the day after David posted that original beach photo on Instagram, the 2nd of January 2025, that's a date that a lot of people think is very significant, and they think maybe that's the date that Celeste lost her life. The day after that, he posts another image, right? This is in Millard Canyon Falls, a national park an hour from Los Angeles. Now, I've talked about this image. This says hi. I don't know if this is spray painted on a rock or it looks like a rock. If you flip this upside down, it says 14. All right, it's just is what it is. I don't actually know in OBS how I can flip something upside down, but just twist your head upside down or just take my word for it. If you flip this upside down, it's 14. All right, that was Celeste's age at this time. The caption says, "My site is beautiful." Now, people are commenting, "So you killed her by these days?" How are these comments still open? This is psychotic behavior. But it is creepy as hell. Now, this area, okay, this area maybe isn't too significant, but there's some other things that were going on around this time that are very, very creepy. Now I'm going to introduce you to something very strange. And I've not spoken about this on this channel before, and I've seen people posting about this on Reddit, and I really needed my time to go and do my due diligence into this website. But this is a website called the Unsent Project, okay? And I'm going to be very careful what I show you on here, okay? But I'm going to explain to you what this is about. This is a website called the unsentproject.com, a collection of unsent text messages to first loves. The Unsent Project is a collection of over 5 million unsent text messages to first loves. Messages are submitted anonymously from people all over the world. Rora Blue started the Unsent Project in 2015 to figure out what color people see love in. To investigate this, submissions are displayed on the color the submitter associates with their first love. The content of the submissions are wide-ranging, encompassing just about every emotion. The term first love is open to interpretation, and messages have been submitted to lovers, best friends, exes, parents, siblings, and even pets. I've got grease on my glasses, real quick. I'm going to have to rub this off so I can see through David's nonsense very clearly. All texts are submitted and stored digitally in an online archive, which can be sorted by name and color. The Unsent Project aims to provide an emotional outlet for those that need it. Maybe people that need to get something off their chest. Maybe it's love, maybe it's heartbreak, maybe it's guilt. Now, on the website, you can search by name. What name do you think we're going to search? What name do you think we're going to search? You can search by name, and under the name Celeste, there's several messages from anonymous users, all right? Several messages to Celestes. I hope one day I can show how much I've grown for you. Even after all of this time, I realize with you I had it all. I still love you. That's black. That's got a black background. This one's green. I miss our memories together. I hope we become friends again. I love you, Selly Welly. I haven't forgotten about you, always. You will always have a special place in my heart, no matter how many times you leave and come back. We've become such good friends, and I'm scared to leave that behind. All right? It feels like forgetting you will never be an option for me, Celeste. I miss talking to you. You were the brightest star in my life. Cel, I miss you. If one day you ever decide you miss me too, I'll be here, I promise this time. All right? Interesting stuff. I'm sorry about everything, and I miss your pretty voice, Celly Cel. Now, people initially dismissed this site, and for me, I didn't really fully understand what this site was all about when I started seeing people posting these in Reddit. I didn't fully grasp it. I didn't understand. And it's impossible to prove that any of these was sent from David. It's impossible to prove who sent what. I really hope this is just temporary and that you'll come back. Please just give it another chance. I hate you, but I love you. Help me decide. I love you, my angel. You really hurt me, but I'm more upset at myself for not letting you go. I miss you even after what you did. I'm sorry, truly am, but I'm always here for you. Some of this stuff is creepy, all right? Some of this stuff is very, very creepy. Now, at a certain point, okay, we can say, oh, none of these can be David. But at certain points, you start seeing things that are like, hang on a minute. There's some shit I heard David talk about before, okay? Don't know if you're ready for this. But one of the messages on the site that is directed to a Celeste talks about a little-known theory called the invisible string theory. You will forever be the one that got away. I hope that the invisible string theory exists for us. Posted February 22nd, 2025. I hope the invisible string theory exists for us. Now, if you're wondering what that's all about, okay, David released a song on his Withered album titled Invisible String Theory. And a lot of people believe, in their opinion, I want to be very careful with my wording, and in my opinion, sounds a lot like Celeste talking on the track. Now, I can't play you this, all right? Can't play you this, but it sounds, a lot of people believe that her voice is on this, all right? And they're talking about, I loved you before you existed. The invisible string theory meant that there's like a string between us that was supposed to, you know, connect us. I'll pull up the lyrics on Genius for you guys just so you can see. But this invisible string theory, all right, They're saying it's her, literally her voice, so sinister. Guys, that is her voice. TMZ released a live stream video, and that is her, exactly how she talks and all. This is literally her voice, bro. There's a live stream of her talking on it. Invisible string theory. Invisible string theory. You'll forever be the one that got away. I hope it exists for us. All right? I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. This is the song, or it's really an interlude, but it's a conversation. It's a back and forth. It doesn't even say on here who's talking, but we think we know. We have our opinions. We have our opinions, and we think we have an understanding of what this is all about. Now, our boy David, all right? Our boy David, our guy, David, all right? I'm sick of this guy. Sick of this guy. Our guy David. Okay, look, I'll just give you a quick, I can give you the back. Have you ever heard of the invisible string theory? So basically, because we met, we were supposed to be, we're connected, was because we're supposed to be connected. I love you before I existed. I'll love you even when I die. Creepy as hell. How you putting that on an album that came out in April 25th, 2025? It actually makes, my blood's boiling right now. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, David himself would later explain the meaning of invisible string theory in an interview. Okay, and this has gone around quite a lot. You might have seen this.
Can you break down the invisible string theory?
Yeah, so basically it's like this, it's a South Korean ideology where from birth we're connected to our soulmate. Could be a lover, friends, teachers, anybody. You're connected to them from birth and you're led to them through the course of your life to meet them or, you know, interact with them at some point and to help them or they add something to your life. It's almost transactional, but it's like an emotional transaction. Like you're meant to help this person or you're meant to learn something from this person. Like me and you could have a string. Me and you could have a string. Me and you have a string, you know? So
everybody, you have many strings?
There's so many. Yes, you're connected to so many different people.
Interesting.
Yeah. And that connection can either be severed or not severed, depending on who you ask, because there's
severed, yeah? Severed. All right.
Also the Japanese version where the Scarlet theory, where if you build up too much bad karma, that can be severed, or if you do somebody wrong, that connection is severed and it's non-repairable. So there's different versions of
severed and not repairable. All right, yeah, all right.
Of this, but I view it as we're all connected through a universal emotion called love. And that's why my album is mostly dealing with the theme of love. And I can.
I'm sick of this guy, man. Honestly, I'm sick of this guy. But look, all right. Invisible string theory. It seems to me, just based on the fact that this is something he was talking about, he was familiar with this website. Potentially, right? This could be someone else. This could be the note. It's hard for me to believe. It's just in my opinion, based on what I'm seeing. I personally feel like this him to Celeste. We ain't heard about Celeste. This ain't somebody trolling David after we've seen his shit on the news and we found out who this little girl was. This is back in February. This is before that song even dropped. This is before the invisible string theory even dropped, 2 months before. I hope it exists for us, even though she's no longer here now. Are you ready for this? Okay. On January the 4th, 2025, just 2 days after January the 2nd, when that photo on the beach was posted, and it's the last day that Celeste has been proven to be seen alive, a series of messages started popping up on the Unsent Project to Celeste. Just take a look at this. Bro, I think to Celeste, I think about you every day. I know it's my fault, but I hope you'll come back someday. Next up, this is on. Is this May? I'll be getting the American dates mixed up. Let me just check the last one. So is that the? Hang on. Okay, just for the record, so I can show you that my research is on point, right? Okay, so it is. It's American format date, so that is the month. That would be February the 22nd. So, all right, quite literally. Okay, wait a minute. So quite literally, all right, that date where she supposedly was last seen on the 2nd of January. So this is 1 day after that image on the beach was posted, all right? And that's when he's saying, I think about you every day. Well, that's who knows who it is. To Celeste, I think about you every day. I know it's my fault, but I hope you'll come back someday, all right? And as days go on through January 2025, more and more soppy messages to a Celeste. This is on the 5th of January 2025. To Celeste, I hope you know I don't blame either of us. I forgive you. And it continues. It continues. To Celeste, I can't remember how to say your name. In dark green. That's on the 7th of January 2025. Whole lot of Celeste messages flooding through on this website. This is on the 10th of January to Celeste. Why'd you let it build up instead of bringing it up and fixing it? We would still be together, my love. This is so creepy. Next up, to Celeste, on the 12th of January 2025. I miss you and hold you so close to my heart. I hope you get everything you need and deserve in life, baby. Now, the next message is particularly interesting because this next message, just so you got some context of when this happened during the LA wildfires, okay? Shout out to Wikipedia, but I'm not doing it right now. Okay, this is from January the 7th to the 31st, 2025, okay? A series of wildfires that affected the LA area and San Diego County. Okay, I was there. I could see this. All right? I could see the embers growing. It was very, very sad. But essentially, this next message I'm going to show you, because this was going on during this period of 2025 in January, now you understand this next message, we know where this person was. To Celeste, and this is a black background, okay, on the 20th of January 2025. I wish I could have ran away with you. I hope you're in good health and safe away from the fire. Tongue out emoji. So this kind of touches on some of the geography. Now, here's where things are going to start getting creepy and more people are going to get involved. Because as I've discussed in a previous video, David's relationship with Neo, with his close friend circle, Neo and Asia Collins, they've always been viewed as highly suspicious, right? This is a picture that's been going around on Reddit. This is where David's stating that all of these people are his family, but every single one of them have wiped him from their pages following the discovery of Celeste's body. Okay, he says, the fam. People saying Celeste Herrera looks nothing like the younger one. This is apparently Celeste, the other Celeste, Neo, and Asia. Now, Redditors would actually note that Neo and David only started liking Asia Collins' posts after January 2025. You calling these people the fam, but you ain't liking any of the posts until January 2025. And this is a post saying, basically speculating on Asia and David's relationship. It says, I was looking at Asia's Instagram, and as I was scrolling through her pictures, you can see Neo liking all her pictures, and David liked her pictures from this year, but never before. Even the post of his own video clips he didn't like prior to 2025. I thought that was a bit sus, and had to be due to Celeste not being alive or around anymore. What do you think? So he started liking other chicks' posts after this suspicious January 2025 post on the beach, and they're saying this is the last time Celeste was seen alive. You know what it's like when you're dating somebody, man. You're a guy, you like the wrong pic, you like a little thirst trap, suddenly you're in trouble. Your girl sees it, suddenly you're in trouble. You just like an Instagram post, all right? If we could just be more open and honest in our relationships, we'd all be doing better, okay? Just because you liking a booty pic on Instagram, all right? If it was a nice booty, you like it, doesn't mean I don't love you. You know what I'm saying? Just like this booty. But that's how it goes, okay? And if your girl is very immature, perhaps so immature that she can't purchase cigarettes in a bodega, you might not be able to like other chicks' posts. 2023, Asia's posting about David's song. He ain't even liking that. So, makes you wonder, how come David suddenly felt like he could start liking these booty thirst pics? I'd like this pic too, I ain't gonna lie. It's not too bad. It's 2025, he's allowed to like these posts. The likes are cool, right? Interesting. It's extremely odd they don't like her pics from before, especially since they've been friends since at least 2023, right? I was just thinking maybe Celeste felt threatened or jealous of Asia for this reason, and David probably didn't like her pictures before, just David that didn't like her pictures prior to 2025. Neo did like pictures prior. Maybe he only started to like them either after Celeste is deceased, or 2, to make Celeste jealous. 2 wouldn't be possible because Celeste was already dead, right? People saying stop spreading information, but now we're getting updates, and it is possible that she could have passed away then. Yeah, sus that David and Neo are now liking her posts, probably wanting her to keep lying. If she isn't going to keep her mouth shut, they're all guilt-riddled, just a creepy-ass group together. There's always been something off with her energy. It's not good, and she lacks empathy. She's been a leech on David. Just ick. Asia actually makes me sick to my stomach, right? I think David definitely has a type. Most of the signs seem to indicate that Celeste died in the first half of the year, which is weird, since a picture went around showing her alive at a concert in August. If she did pass away earlier in the year, that could explain why David felt bold enough to be looking for a replacement. He absolutely seems that self-centered. That was, I don't think that was August. I think it was July of 2024. People saying the picture at the concert is fake. There are two. I think there was a concert that was disproven, but it's not the one that we have talked about on this channel recently. But anyway, okay, you get the gist. Now, here's where things get even more creepy, okay? And I'm just going to put the little cherry on top, and then I'm going to wrap up this video. But January the 2nd, 2025, okay? This is when messages for Asia also start appearing on the Unsent Project. That day, January the 2nd, 2025, all right? The last day that Celeste was seen alive, okay? That's when we start seeing about Asia. This was on the 1st of January 2025. First ever message to Asia, all right? And it's a very unique spelling of a name. And this isn't a super famous website. But again, the day before people say is the last time that Celeste was seen alive, anonymous message in black sent to Asia. Do you ever miss being my friend? Because I do. This one came on the 3rd of January 2025, one day after that picture at the beach and the date that a lot of people say might have been the last time Celeste was seen alive. So I just want to be able to talk to you again one last time to Asia. Very interesting. This is the 9th of January 2025. Pink. I miss those stupid games we would play while we would call. I miss my friend. This is in black background. 10th of January 2025. I miss our friendship so badly. I miss whenever we would stay up playing stupid games. To Asia, on the 11th of January. A part of me wants to hate you, but a part of me wants to forgive you. Hate you for what? What did Asia make him do? I wonder. It's a message with a black background. Now, this one's interesting. This is on the 17th of March. Time has passed at this point. This one's very creepy. I'll tell you what, the last thing I'm going to show you is going to blow your mind. To Asia, I forgive you for everything you have done to me because we were just kids trying love. Kids? Sorry, kids? Kids trying love. I don't know about this one. Man. It's the last one. 20th, what's that, May? 20th of May, 2025. Asia. I miss you so much. I hope you know it's me and that I remember your favorite color. Love. It's the last thing I'm going to leave you with from this creepy website, the Unsent Project. September the 22nd, 2025. Just a few weeks, couple weeks after Celeste's body was found, message pops up. Who's it addressed to? Neo. It's the 21st. This is the 21st of September. My bad. 21st of September, 2025. To Neo. Black background. Hey, buddy. It's me. I'm sorry for everything. I hope you and everyone can forgive me before my time is up. What do you guys think? Just give me your opinions. Let me know down in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you think this is just all a coincidence? Just all a coincidence. Just so happens January 2025. Start seeing these messages to these people. All the names line up to this case. Is it a coincidence? Could someone be trolling? No one knew about no Celeste. Or maybe a couple people on the inside knew about Celeste. But really, this whole thing, this whole little thing here that I just showed you, not going to lie, it really blew my mind. Let me know what you guys think. Am I barking up the wrong tree? Is this just a load of cap? Is this just a load of nonsense, coincidence stuff? Or is this really the confessions of somebody who just had so much on their conscience, they had to have an outlet to get it out there? Perhaps unable to do it through other means that they might have used, Instagram, Finsta accounts, music videos, cover arts. They resort to the Unsent Project. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think. I've got another update that relates to this video coming for you guys very soon, but this is absolutely crazy. I can't believe what I'm seeing. This is all just my opinion. We don't know. We're still waiting on the LAPD, everyone else to do their jobs. But it will be interesting to find out who this mystery person they're saying is going to be arrested soon is. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Appreciate it.